To start this video, I'm going to talk to you about Bills and his introduction to the world of Dragon Ball. Starting with Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, Bills took the Dragon Ball universe by storm. The fandom sees him as a standout character, especially in the manga, where it could be said that Goku has not surpassed him. In all continuities, the movie, the anime series, and the manga way haven't even seen Bills' true potential. It's been 10 years since we were introduced to this guy, and he's still a mystery. Keep in mind, while making this video, I've considered that there are ways in which Goku might surpass Bills in the anime version of Dragon Ball Super. But when watching this video, think of Dragon Ball Super as a complete story from a perspective that should always be that way, since that's the intention of those who create it. No one knows what's going to happen with Bills. And to be honest, he's the most popular character in Dragon Ball Super. I mean, in terms of newly introduced characters, of course, he entered in Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, but you know what I'm saying. He's part of Dragon Ball Super's section of the franchise's story. Now, with Bills' arrival and how Goku became a Super Saiyan God, the fight developed, and although Goku didn't win, there was a more important message behind it. It showed that Goku still had a long way to go in terms of his training and journey. Bills even mentions that there are stronger beings and other gods of destruction in other universes. We know the deal with that. In terms of Bills' potential, we know he's a moving target. His power is whatever the plot needs it to be, because power levels in Dragon Ball get crazy. If characters like Kaba reach a certain level of power, where they can comfortably scale higher than Bills' latest known power level, the writers have to step in and change things to make sure Bills is still at the top of the chain. Ultimately, what I mean is that by the end of the fight in Battle of Gods, it left everyone wondering if there would be a rematch between Bills and Goku. Would Goku one day defeat Bills and surpass the level Bills is at? By undergoing training in Dragon Ball Super to master godlike powers in this case, Ultra Instinct, something Bills has never been able to master. It feels like, for a while, they've been pushing Goku to reach that level where he would eventually surpass Bills. The story seemed clear, and that would be the end of Goku's journey in Dragon Ball Super, the progression into the world of gods. For me, that's what Goku's journey in Dragon Ball Super means. And that's how Bills feels in Dragon Ball Super. He's a benchmark for Goku to beat. But let's talk about what it would mean to lose to Bills. We have the Black Frieza arc to tie into this. Goku keeps getting stronger as he progresses, learning new aspects of Ultra Instinct. Who knows how far he'll. But let's look at a possible future where, after a few more arcs, Goku decides to face Bills with everything he's got. Where the winner doesn't risk destroying the universe this time, maybe they go to the void. Who knows? Either way, something works out, and they fight each other. And at the end of the fight, Goku still loses to Bills. What would that mean for Goku's story in Dragon Ball Super? Well, I don't think it would hurt him at all. In fact, I think it makes things very interesting because it means Goku isn't capable of defeating everyone. Goku can't surpass everyone. Goku had a limit, and this was it. The God of Destruction is a level he just can't reach, and that's perfectly fine. Even for a character like Goku, who's all about pushing harder, getting stronger, and breaking limits, I'm fine with him reaching new heights, but I'm also fine with him having a limit. It would be a good dose of reality to show everyone, once and for all, this is Son Goku. This is his maximum power, there's nothing more after this. And from there, you could continue with other stories, whether it's about other characters or Goku trying to maintain his prime over the years. And as he gets older, losing that prime could create a very intense story, but I don't think they'll go that. Then there's the other side of the coin where Goku defeats Bills and achieves the best version of Ultra Instinct. I don't know what they'd call it in this scenario, but I suppose he would have mastered. He faces Bills, wins, and completes his training. It's very poetic, since he lost in the Battle of Gods against Bills, but now surpasses. That would be the complete story of Dragon Ball Super, making Goku's journey satisfying and orderly. And that's definitely a possible outcome. But if they went down that path, it would create a lot of issues within Dragon Ball's story and among the characters, especially Bill. In Battle of Gods, he has always simply slept and done nothing. I think Bills gets stronger off-screen through the plot, obviously, but also through his meditation. There's even a panel where he says, "My mind is always on destruction." He is always getting stronger and could be growing passively. Bills directly states that there is no limit to his power. How this could really work is that there's no limit to power with Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct, since they are constantly evolving. So the only way to beat someone using it is to learn it yourself and do it better than Themer, learn a superior technique. Goku can now access Ultra Instinct at will, but he is still only at a beginner level, whereas Bills is a high-level user of Destruction Energize, polar opposite of Ultra Instinct and Wiz's teachings. That's how it is now represented in the Mangain terms of angelic techniques versus god techniques. Goku is going down one path, and Vegeta is going down the other. That's why Moro almost exploded, because he basically jumped from 1 to 100. It takes a long time to master these techniques, or to simply master the level you are at, because there is always more Ultra Instinct. Right? We know that. Now, could Goku defeat Bills? Maybe after the end of Z, if they create a new continuity after those events. But I don't think he'll defeat Bills anytime soon. Remember, Bills has expressed how bored he was until Goku showed up. But if it's the case that destroyers are usually not allowed to fight each other, because they would simply destroy universes in a counterproductive way, then if Goku is going to be some sort of rival to Bills, it would still put the universe at risk with both of their powers clashing unless Goku fights in a non-destructive way similar to Battle of Gods, where he matches Bills and saves the universe. But then, how do you determine who is the better fighter if the fight is no longer about them, but about focusing on the destruction of the environment? These two at maximum power probably won't ever happen due to the fact that it would be so dangerous. It would be the dangers of Battle of Gods multiplied by quadrillions or quintillions, no matter how big you want the number to be on your power scale. But there's always the power of writing to simply dismiss that threat, since it was only focused on the drama in Battle of Gods and never again. That adds to my reason why I don't think Goku will defeat this guy. I think Bills is a target Goku will never reach because Bills is immortal and Goku is mortal. And although Goku has used Ultra Instinct and is slowly starting to master it in his own way, Goku has only been alive for 40 years. Bills has been alive for millions of years and has far more battle experience. The fact that we haven't even seen his maximum power yet should explain everything. It would make sense to save that in the script for a very specific display of dominance. Now let's talk about Ultra Instinct. This is another reason why I can't see Goku defeating Bills. Imagine, after all this time, the last 10 years since Bills was introduced, Goku continues his journey, obtains Ultra Instinct, reaches the highest level of Ultra Instinct he can, and then defeats Bills with something that Bills was never able to master or even properly use in his millions of years of life. How pathetic would that be? Think about it. Millions of years of his life, and he couldn't use it properly. Goku does it in less than a decade. Bills would be the laughingstock of the story. He'd be a joke for allowing someone like Goku to reach that level and defeat him without doing anything about it. Sure, it could play into the fact that Bills is arrogant and overconfident in his own power, and suddenly Ultra Instinct just outshines Bills. But it would make Bills' character look like a total fool for losing to something that these gods of destruction have been trying to add to their combat arsenal for millions of years. And none of them could do it. Yet Goku could do it in less than a decade? There has to be something there, where Bills is much stronger in terms of raw power, something that not even Ultra Instinct can make up for. That would be a big revelation for Goku, and it would also protect Bills' character. It would be a waste if Goku goes through all of this just to fight Bills, and Bills still wins. It would be a waste. Sure, you could argue that's why there has to be more to Dragon Ball Super than just that goal. I mainly believe that Goku's journey is to fight Bills again someday. That's the main goal, just that vision of Goku finally doing it. But this is where Dragon Ball Super needs to focus on other characters, their goals, their ambitions, and completing their stories. Some argue that Vegeta will be the one to defeat Bills. We already know that Kaba isn't interested in becoming the next god of destruction, so Bills definitely can't be waiting for him to defeat him. But I also don't think Vegeta is interested in the role of god of destruction. But we know Goku is Vegeta's apprentice, technically speaking. Bills is now Goku's teacher. It would be poetic if Vegeta defeated his master, but that would mean Goku has to defeat Whis. I don't see that happen. I don't think it's a good idea for Goku to surpass these angels. It's good to have a benchmark that no one can match, and Bills and the angels are that benchmark. If you ask me, I think something else will happen in the story when it comes to Bills being defeated. Maybe it will be at the hands of Black Frieza, where Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, Orange Piccolo, and Beast Gohan all have to team up to defeat Black, because everyone is being pushed in their individual power trees like Power Rangers right now. It seems like everyone is being portrayed in a similar Pick Your Poison It also sells toys. But no, I don't see Goku and Vegeta defeating Bills. I think ultimately it would turn Bills into a complete joke, because you'd have to look at his entire character in Dragon Ball Super and realize what he's really. He saw these guys getting stronger, he saw them reach a level that could rival him, he fights them, and he's destroyed. Even if it could be a close battle, why risk? If you're a competitive character with the will to win, as shown against the other gods of destruction, it could be that he doesn't want to be seen as the laughingstock in front of the gods of destruction. So he does his best, but wouldn't he be the one laughed at the most if he lost to these mortals? How would the gods of destruction look at Bills if he's the guy who lost to these others? Allowing that to happen wouldn't be good for his reputation. Maybe that's the day he finally retires.